What's up, y'all? This your boy Silver Wolf TV, man. We down here at the Eastern Shore, yo, at this hotel, yo. We down here ready to go to Salisbury, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore side of Maryland, y'all. Me, OG, nitty, yo. Wifey upstairs in the room and stuff, sleep, so. Nitty, what's going on, baby?
Man, what's going on, man? Right now, I have a major concern, man, and I would like to alert all the beautiful women out there, man, all around the country, really. You know, I seen a TikTok today that really alarmed me, right? They got a group that's going around, and it's something that they're spraying on rags or maybe money and things of that nature. And what they're doing is they might leave it on the door handle of a car, or they might put the money on the ground by the, by one of the doors. But these are guys who have already been kind of stalking this woman, and and we all know what the intentions are, right? I think it's safe to assume what the intentions are. Being, in prison for those 30 years, I got the what I can only call the misfortune of being around something, right? And have the even greater misfortune to really see how they think, right? And I never forget it. This one guy, he raped a psychiatrist in there. I can't remember his last name, but I do remember his name was Maurice. And one day, and I don't keep no secrets from y'all. One day, we was at the Supermax. So I asked him that, hey man, you got any girl books and stuff like that. So he sent me a few girl books, but they was all about bondage and shit like this, and tying women up and women crying and all this old shit. So I'm like, oh man, look, take this shit back. I'm not into none of that, right? I said, man, let me ask you something. I said, what the fuck made you rape that fucking psychiatrist, man? True story, that's what he told me. He said, well, he had really been on her since the penitentiary. And he said when she came down to work at Jesse, he said, man, he immediately started coming up with ways how he could get around her. Now, to see this guy, man, I'm telling you, he looks like Mr. America. He is a perfect guy next door. You wouldn't suspect him. He's highly intelligent. He's an intellectual. He all this. But he's also a fucking creep, right? For doing these type of things and depriving a woman something so sacred as her right to choose. Well, getting back to the story, he sat down there and said, man, so he came up with a plan, and he ended up being the lobby man. So every day when she came in, because they used to have psychiatrists in every building down there in every housing unit. So he got a job in the lobby. So the day that I guess he came up with this diabolical plan, this creepy plan to rape this woman, when she came in, being a good person probably, and being a psychiatrist and trying to do her job, trying to help people, he came up there and like acting like he was in distress. This is what he told me. This is how he said this happened. Acting like he was in distress. He said, Peter, I gotta see you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I might do myself. So she told the officer, buzz him up. So when she came up and then he came up behind her, he said that she was at the locker putting in files in the cabinet, and said he put his hand on her shoulder when he came in, and he said that she immediately knew. He told me, he said, man, that she immediately knew what was getting ready to happen. And said she turned around and said, hey, look, know how to do this, right? And say that, you know that this psychotic freak sit down there and rape this woman for almost 45 minutes and was so out of his mind and was such a monster that after he raped her, left her in the office, he actually went back downstairs, went to his tier, and gave all his property away because he knew what was going to happen in doing this. He knew what was going to happen. So when this took place, after it took place, he actually went back and was going back up the steps to rape this woman once more. So that's why I say this is a major alert for the women across the country. And on behalf of the Silver Wolf brand, on behalf of myself, right, on behalf of OG Nitty, I want y'all to be careful out there. You know, all money is not good money. And, you know, they say this is kind of a trend, and it's, I don't know if they run around in a gang or they kind of split up over the country, but this is the type of stuff that happens. And like, these type of guys who I just told you a story about, they're all over the place. Like, shocked me to my core. Two friends of mine, one is deceased now, may rest in peace. They had caught a jailhouse murder together. So when the state's attorney was giving up the statistics of like how many people was in there for murder, how many people was in there for rape and things of this nature, blew my mind. And like I said, much of my shop, 80% of the guys that was in there for rape. They might have had a rape murder, right? But it was still involved rape. And this is something that women have a hard enough time, you know, want to feel comfortable in what they want to wear, you know, and they should be. You know, whatever they want to wear, that's their right, right? They should be. But I want to warn the ladies that I come from being in a world, I'm not from their world, but being in a world where they existed. And these kind of guys don't always come up there and introduce themselves, right? He don't always come up there and want to take you out to dinner and wine you dine you first. He sits off in the shadows. He sits off in the darkness and the trees, wherever. And he does this type of thing because now he doesn't even have to worry about a struggle, right? They done somehow these are such monsters that they done found a way to up their game, to up their ability to deny a woman her right to choose. This is a sad day in our country and around the world, but I know for right now in our country because this is where it's taking place at. It's in different cities. So I ask the ladies, really be careful because a lot of these guys who do these things, they're without remorse, right? I know even the remorse would not change things, would not change that horrible day for you. However, this is something that each of you had to be very careful of. If you see some money there, hey, leave it. If you see a brag on there, hey, look, a lot of y'all are civilians. It's no shame in calling the police, especially when you are a civilian, right? And I would say in certain cases, I won't even go into that, but do not touch that rag because it's normally a creep somewhere lurking in the shadows, waiting for you to pass out, so he don't have to struggle to get you in the trunk, or you don't have to struggle to get you in the back seat of a car and tie you up or tape you up, whatever the case may be. Because believe me, they, even when they're attacked normally in prison, they're attacked by other guys, they're attacked by them. However, their numbers are growing. And for the sake of the guys out here, for the guys in there, right, excuse me, and for the sake of yourselves and your own safety, please be careful. Don't touch something you see it already sitting on your car. You know you didn't put it there. Money, this will have to be on the windshield of your car, and leave it. On the door handle of your car, leave it. You know and I know that you would never tell anybody to leave your money there. We both know that. So you know that the good money Friday, then this thing come along and drop some money on the front of your car, your door handle. So be smart. Don't take it. I have Silver Wolf himself want to say a little something to y'all as well.
Yeah, thanks for watching Silver Wolf TV. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Keep in mind, it's very important. Women, safety first. Keep that in mind. Silver Wolf TV. Peace.
Peace.